Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's our pleasure to have Tyrrell Hatton here in the interview room this morning. Tyrrell, thank you for your time and welcome to the press building. You've had quite a 2020 thus far with 5 top 10 finishes in addition to your first PGA victory at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. In addition to that, you recently just added, I believe, your 5th European Tour win. How would you describe the state of your game right now?
Yeah, I mean, for me, 2020 on the golf course has been a very special year. I think this is, coming into a major, this is the best form that I've had. And you kind of just have to see how we get on this week. Obviously, it's a place that I haven't actually done too well at in the past, although I do like the golf course. It's just kind of, the week hasn't kind of fallen right for me, but excited to see how I can get on this week.
Yeah, so this is your 4th Masters, and what have you learned over the last 3 times that you've been here, and how will that change the way that you attack the course this week?
I won't change how I'll try and play. I mean, I would say I'm a fairly aggressive player. I think the previous years for me, my short game hasn't been very good. And normally putting is a strength for me. And I've putted pretty horribly, which, that's disappointing. But again, that was certainly last week. I feel like that was a pretty good strength. And so I've got confidence there and hoping that I can bring that into this week.
Thank you for that. With that, we'll open it up to questions. Preston? Dylan?
Why are you playing so well? What has been the biggest difference maker?
It's kind of a hard question to answer. I mean, I've said this before, you're trying your best every single week. And you look at everyone's careers throughout the years, they've just had some years better than others for whatever reasons. I think probably one of the biggest things for me this year is that I've actually been pain-free for the whole year after the wrist surgery at the end of last year. That's been a huge thing for me. And I have been training in the gym this year, which is something that I've not done for this amount of time previously. So, who knows if that's kind of playing a part as well. But yeah, obviously, I'm kind of very happy with how things have gone so far, aside from miscutting both majors.
Doug?
Tyrrell, going back to what have you learned? If you were back home and someone recognized you and realized you'd played in the Masters 3 times and asked you what are some of the coolest traditions, A, what would come to mind? And B, what are you missing this week?
I think it's pretty cool, the start of the tournament Thursday morning when those guys are teeing off. I think that's a pretty cool tradition. It would be hard to explain to guys are they about this place, as it's obviously very special.
You, and kind of as a follow-up, so the question came up when you're playing the 16th this week, will you bother trying to skip one over the pond?
Sorry, say again?
Will you skip one over the pond when you get to 16, or is that an entertainment act?
No, I mean, I wouldn't do it in the practice rounds now, I don't think. It's normally a good laugh when you've got the grandstand there on the left-hand side and they're all shouting skip as you're kind of walking off the tee. I don't think it will quite have the same effect if Mick's asking me to do it. So I think we'll leave that one for next April, hoping that obviously we'll have fans here again.
Jeff?
Tyrrell, you talked a little bit about the putting. What have you identified in the putting, and what are the types of things you're doing to sort it out?
Well, with putting, normally I kind of only work on start line. I've got like a putting gate that I will use, and actually, if I'm honest, I haven't used it for like a month now. Just maybe a little bit of laziness and stuff. I think being back in the UK, it was harder to work on your putting than when I've been out in the States and stuff like that. But that would be the only thing that I would try and do. I feel like that's the most important thing. But at the same time, I feel like I've actually been hitting the lines that I want to hit. So when you're kind of doing that, I don't feel like I need to not waste my time, but I don't need to just stand on the putting green for an hour and just keep hitting putts through. If I'm happy with stuff, then I won't. I guess I won't put too much time in, and I'd rather be out on the golf course playing anyway.
Tyrrell, we have a remote question. This is your fourth Masters appearance, but it's under unique circumstances. What is the biggest difference between being here in April and November?
Well, I haven't actually been out on the golf course yet, so I don't know if it's playing any different. I can't imagine it will. I think they're able to set it up however they want to here. But the biggest thing will be there'll be no atmosphere. We're missing fans this week, but at the same time, you know exactly what you're playing for, and you just have to go out there and give it your best still.
Scott?
Tyrrell, you can be famously hard on yourself. Do you think that's hurt you here or maybe in the other majors this year?
Yes, I can be hard on myself. I think going back to what I said earlier about it's just golf. I don't try and treat the majors any differently in terms of adding pressure to myself. In terms when I play regular PGA Tour events, or European Tour events, I kind of just go into them the same of just obviously trying to play well and trying to shoot the lowest score that I can. So I think if I can keep myself as fairly calm and in a good place where I'm comfortable, then there's no reason why I can't go have a good week here. At the same time, I'm well aware that the majors haven't been great this year, but it just is what it is.
David?
Tyrrell, seventh last week looks pretty good, but are you at the stage now where you're slightly disappointed by that it wasn't even better, or are you happy with it?
I don't think you can often be disappointed with tied seventh when I think I was 38th going into the weekend. No, I'm very happy with how I played last week. At the start of the week, I really I didn't enjoy the golf course. I actually think the course kind of grew on me throughout the week. And previously, in years gone by, if I didn't like the golf course, I probably would have just lost my head and, lost focus. I think I'd say the draw probably helped me last week, obviously playing with DJ and Adam Scott. Playing with those guys, you don't want to start hacking it round, and you still kind of you've got to be professional. And yeah, so I think naturally I was a bit more focused in that sense. And aside from, I think we made triple in round one near the end of the round, it didn't really bother me. I wasn't wheels come off kind of thing. I'm very happy with how I played for the rest of the week, especially over the weekend when I think I only dropped one shot, which around that golf course is a good effort. I think if they're able to overseed that place, I think if they have it the week before the Masters, probably be 2022 now if that happens. It will certainly be a good test. Like all the greens are like upside down bowls, just runoffs everywhere, and like it will certainly test your short game.
Totally different tack, if I may, for a follow-up. One of the things you might not have seen is that on the Masters shop online, they're selling Masters hoodies. I wonder if that has caught your attention, whether you in particular might be tempted to take home a suitcase full.
I haven't actually looked online yet, but I'm sure that there'll be. It's always nice to pick up like souvenirs and stuff for the years. But you can see I'm wearing one today. So, yeah, I'll wear it throughout the week if the weather's kind of cool enough to do so. But, yeah.
Luke?
Hi, Tyrrell. I was just wondering if there's a specific swing thought or swing key that you find yourself going back to a lot, you find yourself working on a lot, and maybe that you might be bringing into this week.
With my dad, like we really haven't changed my swing since I was like 14. We've always looked at kind of two key points of the swing where it's like a quarter of the way or halfway back, and then at the top of the backswing. So just kind of keeping a check on those positions. We know generally for me, my downswing's been like very consistent. It's just if I can get it in the right positions that I need to on the backswing, then along with obviously good rhythm, we should be fine. So yeah, it's just the two checkpoints that I might look at on video, but you know, I'd only look at them if I feel like not hitting it very well, or you kind of searching for something a little bit. But I feel like the swing's in a good place. We wouldn't finish inside the top 10 on the PGA Tour the previous week if it wasn't. So yeah, I just need to go out there and see the golf course today and tomorrow, and get comfortable, get used to the speed of the greens. The grass is obviously very different from what we played on last week. So just work on short game and stuff like that, and just be ready for Thursday.
And what is the when it does get off? Like, what is the tendency? I guess does the club go a little too far inside or outside?
For me, it's normally the club is too far outside, and then I've always had high hands. So at the top of my backswing, it would be like too steep. And that's where sort of issues will kind of arise from there.
Tyrrell, we've received a question from Martin Dempster of the Scotsman. You have talked this year about how linking up with your caddy Mick has helped you. How much can his experience be a benefit this week? And what is it that you like most about him as a person?
Well, I think, yeah, Mick's experience is very important, and he's certainly been around here a lot more times than I have. I know he hasn't been here for a couple of years, and he's excited to be back. So my favourite thing about Mick, I mean, like we get on so well, and I think that's that's so important when you spend as much time with a caddy. You have to get on well, and he's always pretty good at kind of making me laugh, which at times I definitely need that.
Doug?
Spoke so well, Tyrrell, about having such a great attitude the week of Wentworth when you won. When you think back, is that feeling that you had, is that hard to recapture, to replicate?
Yeah, I think so. As like we're all humans, our emotions change from day to day, and I think for me at Wentworth, the 2 weeks that I had at home prior to that was massive. I'd been away for 8.5 months, so to actually be in my own house, own bed again was great, and I just felt happy. It was, I'd say, similar feeling for me at Bay Hill. Like I was just pretty comfortable. We stayed in the house that we've rented at Lake Nona for the last couple of years, and we had that week had a few people in the house, which was nice. I think. And then there's been other weeks where I've been a bit more highly strung. I'll use Vegas as an example where I wasn't feeling that great. Like I had a head cold and jet lag and stuff from traveling over there. Naturally, just going to be more irritated. Although I still had a good week. I was pretty frustrated at times, and especially on the Saturday. And the Saturday was probably the worst round I had that week. So hopefully I'm hoping that I can be in a good place like this week. I feel fine at the moment. And I'm sure that will definitely help.
Where are you staying this week? I don't need the address. I'm just curious if it's somewhere, similar to what you've done.
Yeah, we're in a house this week, about 20 minutes away. And it should be good fun. We've got a nice little pool and a hot tub, so no doubt I'll be relaxing in there after rounds and stuff. And we actually rented the house in 2018, so it's quite nice. So kind of going back to something that feels familiar. I just hope that my manager doesn't leave a knife in the oven this year and melt it. So.
Did that last year?
2 years ago, yeah. Yeah, a little awkward note at the end of the week saying sorry about the knife, and we actually found the knife set on Amazon, so we left the money for a new knife set.
Jeff? Detail.
There you go.
Mention the emotions of winning and the different levels of confidence it brings. Did winning here at Bay Hill in March make you feel any differently as a player?
Say again.
You get different emotions, I guess, from winning.
Yep.
You've won around the world, but did winning on this tour and winning at Bay Hill, a place like that, make you feel differently as a player?
I don't think I felt different. I think it was very special to win at Bay Hill. Obviously, like such an iconic venue, and for my first win on the PGA Tour, like it's like a milestone in your career. I've been fortunate now to win 5 times in Europe, and I've played over here on the PGA Tour. I think this is the start of my 4th season, so I'm hoping that I can add more trophies over here, and obviously I'll be trying my best to do so. But I think winning on both sides, you have that confidence. If you play well, and you're going to give yourself chances. And going into Sunday, if I have a chance to win a tournament, I obviously take confidence from the fact that I've been able to get over the line before, and it's not a new feeling for me or a new experience. And I think every player takes confidence from that, knowing that they won in the past.
Tyrrell, thank you for your time this morning, and best of luck this week.
Okay, thank you.